And here we are.
Here we
Hey,
are
everybody.
indeed. Yeah, what's going on? I don't know if you guys heard the third voice here, but joining us, you guys know him as Ron from Cobra Kai season 1, episode 7. Matt Lewis, how you
What
doing, sir?
What's up, everybody? Good to see y'all.
Yes, yes, and he will be seeing y'all, so you got to be on your best behavior out there in the chat.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, we are watching you. Amy is watching you. Carrie, unfortunately, couldn't be with us today, but Marvin is watching you. So
Yep.
everybody behave.
Everyone behave. I'm sure there's a few accounts in there that's probably John and Hayden hiding burner accounts type thing. Maybe even Ralph and Billy.
You
Never
are
know.
I'm sure.
obsessed with that.
With the burner accounts, yeah, absolutely. I'd have them.
I'm sure they're all in.
Uh-huh.
See, they're
Yeah, we
all
we
they're all
had
in indeed.
we had this discussion. I really did just have a 2-day discussion with the real Ralph Macchio about, Bonanza. Really
Mm.
was. It's just not that one. I mean, that's
Right.
honestly the guy's name. So,
Oh, I think Rick is napping. I'm looking in the group. Sarah's asking where's Rick. When Susan Gallagher is wondering if Rick is still napping,
it's
there's
a
something wrong.
thing. We were all supposed to buzz him at the same time, did we? I forgot.
I forgot.
So
We're
nobody
running
did.
a trivia thing here.
Right. We all forgot. Did we put the link on Twitter?
Not it.
God, do I have to do everything?
You do that while
Yeah.
I enter the code in the group here. Natalie was asking for the code. So you guys go to crowd.live, type in 0. Is there 0? Oh.
It's an O, letter O.
Okay, letter O, P, 6AG. Type that into the code on crowd.live for those that want to play along. So we'll give you guys a few more minutes. Actually, we'll probably start the game in 4 minutes here to give more people an opportunity to kind of log in and get things all set.
Yeah, and apparently Twitter decided to log me in as the companion instead of myself. What the crap? Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. So the other thing is, for those that want to have both screens up, we suggest that you guys have a laptop or computer, maybe even a tablet, and that way you can see the screen and the questions as well, and then you can use your phone as the means to interact in the chat room.
Yes. It is definitely a two-screen experience.
I would be interested to hear from someone that uses one or the other. Maybe somebody only engages in the chat room, or is there somebody that like just waits for the questions and answers on crowd.live?
Well, the first was it the second week. Kim Nerd was and Sci-Fi Samurai were no Sci-Fi Samurai was in the chat, but Kim Nerd was only on the game because
Oh,
we couldn't get a
yeah,
hold
yeah.
of him. Remember, because his phone died.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was a weird thing. I mean, at least there was two of them that knew each other. That's fun.
Okay, apparently I have forgotten my Twitter password. I haven't. Twitter just thinks I have. Okay,
Well, I'm gonna
gonna
assume.
keep screwing with this. You guys sit over there and do your thing.
Okay, well, for the winner of the All Valley Sunday Night Trivia Championship Episode 4, the prize for this week's winner would be an autograph Matt Lewis headshot.
Yes.
Yay!
And you can sell that, and it will pay for college.
Yes, I would do it. I would do it. So cheat by all means, guys. With things, the way things are going, I feel I don't know this for sure. If some installations are they kind of pumping the brakes on collecting like student fees and loans and stuff? Maybe it's more of a bank thing.
I mean, I think they did that for a little while, but it just seems like in the last week or two, like everybody just sort of decided that that everything's fine and that we're just going to rip back into the way things were before. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe more online classes.
Definitely more online classes, and I think other things that I've heard. For those of you that don't know, I'm also a part-time professor at Kennesaw State University, and not just at KSU, but just general rumblings is that at least the plan for now is that there's going to be some sort of mixture of in-person classes and online classes, but then also like instead of having like a couple of breaks during a semester, we'll just jump in at the semester and finish by Thanksgiving and then be done with no breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the same amount of time in, but you don't have people like traveling back home and then coming back to campus and doing that multiple times in the same semester. So.
Okay, and then you're potentially, hopefully, done and everything's taken care of before the second wave starts.
Exactly, or just avoiding having to make students travel around and potentially like go to a different state that's hot and bring stuff back to another place or whatever. Instead, it's just like, let's just go in. School will start. We'll rock it out. We will finish early, and then everybody can go away and hopefully stay healthy. And then I'd also seen something about campuses considering being freshmen only to reduce the amount to social distance the campus. As opposed to having everybody in. You've got the freshmen only, they can come in and get sort of established and adjusted to whatever's going on in college. Juniors and seniors have, they put in a couple of years, they know the deal, they can finish their stuff online.
And they can spread them out across the dorms, no roommates.
Exactly. You can just keep everyone a little more separated everywhere, cafeteria, dorms, all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hey, check that out. See, here at Cobra Kai Kompanion, especially on our YouTube channel, it's not just, entertainment, it's also educational.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be learning.
Yeah. Well, it helps when our guest host is a freaking professor.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
All right. We've got 48 players in. We've picked up 5 since I put it on Twitter. So we are at, 416, 516 right now, which is usually when we start. I'm going to see if we can get 50.
Okay, I think so. I think that's a good number.
50 or 520, whichever comes first.
Did we let Helen go pee?
Helen can go pee.
I'm not touching this.
I'm a girl. I can say that. Helen, go pee. Hurry up.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell a woman what she can or cannot do.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so where are our content creators? So we got Cobra Kai Kids. Is she in here? Drew is here as always. All right, very confident. He thinks he's going to win this for the 4th week in a row.
Right. Right. For the 4th week in a row, he thinks. Anyway.
Cobra Kids is in here.
Yes, Cobra Kids is in here.
Cobra Kids, I said it wrong. Did
Chris
we see
is not.
Chris?
Chris
is not here.
Nope. Chris couldn't make it today.
Amy throwing shade. Okay, so let's see. I texted Rick, no response yet, and if he misses it, he can't join in. So we all tried. We all talked about him.
And we're actually waiting. I mean, he's got 3 minutes. So
yeah.
At this point, we'll just blame it on Rick, and we'll say that we're waiting for him.
Blame it on the Rick.
I like that version.
There you go.
Is that available for purchase?
I bet you win a Grammy for that one.
Sure.
Give them the CKK Grammy.
And then they'll take it away.
Exactly. I'll win it, I'll win it, but YouTube will hide it and not let anybody know about it.
Right.
All right. Oh, well, Mike is selecting a new theme song about Rick being late. Let's see. I'll win one of these by 3084. I promise you that. I like that. Very ambitious.
Yeah, that only gives him 164 years to do it.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
I challenge somebody else to 160.
Milli Vanilla. I don't know if that was a typo or not, but that was hilarious.
That's the new Ben & Jerry's flavor.
That was a good one. That was like the best autocorrect ever.
Yeah, Jesse's right. We're being rickrolled.
Yes.
Yeah, rickrolled.
We are.
Funny about that expression. in the PO, when we are sorting mail, sometimes we are able to curtail certain types of mail for the next day, i.e., your Macy's catalog. So that's called rolling mail. And this guy was telling me about he used to work with a carrier named Rick who would roll mail, and they call him Rick Rolled. And then I was like, oh God, I hate being Rick Rolled. And he goes, well, you worked with him too? I go, no, that's the expression Rick Rolled, like the song. He's like, what are you talking about? And I actually had to explain to somebody about being Rick Rolled. That
There's
was weird
a
to me.
person on the planet that didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, he thought that the expression came from the carrier Rick. We're like, no, dude, no,
Wow.
it's Rick Astley. So
Oh,
that was fun.
I wonder if in some crazy way that's where that originated. Somehow.
Oh, for the carrier Rick.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Rick
It just
started
might be. Just might be.
well, Rickrolling's been around since what, like 2006. It was one of the first things that like started. It was the first YouTube meme, right?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably right. It's one of the early ones for sure.
I would say 2007 at the absolute latest. It is now 4:20. Excellent time to do everything.
Yes, already did it.
What's 420? I don't know. Let me.
We celebrate beer.
Well,
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a script that John and Hayden had worked on previously. I know that.
Right. Hey,
Yeah.
Kevin. There's another content creator in
Oh,
the
yeah,
chat.
yep.
There we go. What's
Yep,
up,
Cobra
Kevin?
Kai Daddy.
Karate Kai nerd himself. All right. We still have no Rick. We have 48 players. So I think we're going to go ahead.
Is Helen back?
Oh, is Helen back? Helen, are you back?
Helen's back. There she is. 2320 here.
Okay.
Is that what
There
they
we
call
go.
it? 2320. Well, that's a time actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, it's 4:20 in Central Time. And now it's 4:21. No longer relevant. Okay.
No.
So, we are, I do believe, ready to go. 48 players. Quick recap of the rules. Everyone that's played before should know them. Everyone's obviously already gotten into the game. The question will pop up on your second screen or on your other browser, however you're doing this. Wait for the questions to change color. They go from a light gray to a white. Wait for the timer bar at the top to appear. If you try to answer too quickly, it will shift your screen. You will answer incorrectly, and you will lock yourself out. So wait for the answers to change color. Wait for the timing bar. Don't try to beat the buzzer. There's
Right.
no
Brownie
bonus
points.
given. Yep.
Yeah.
No bonus given for being the first.
No hot
It's
dogs.
just whoever answers in the 15 seconds allowed. Do not put the answers in the chat. Even if you tried, it would
Because
be.
then you'll miss your turn.
Yeah, by the time you typed them in there, you've already missed your question window. And
Look at Owen. Owen's ready to go.
Owen is ready to go. There are so
He's
many
always ready.
O's. So many O's.
Yeah.
Jen is
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I wonder if Owen's playing with Bert. You know how we had like the whole Susan and Lynn fiasco last week or the week before rather.
Right?
Yeah, well, I wonder if there's a Owen Bert thing going.
I'm just hoping that Susan doesn't steal that Lynn doesn't steal Susan's phone again while Susan's trying to play. That could be
Yeah.
horrible.
That would be very horrible,
Oh,
actually.
Sorry about that, people. I just smacked my microphone with my ink pen. I have no idea.
As we do. Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
even know why I have an ink pen in my hand. This is all on the computer. Okay,
You're about to draw on your screen.
there we go. First question. Oh, Bert sucks at this game. First question will be asked by Mr. Matt Lewis. We're going to go ahead and start it now. This one is a gimme. No matter what you answer, you will proceed. This is just to give everybody an idea of how the game is played.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
And there we go.
Question 1. Daniel LaRusso's wife is sometimes the only person in his life able and willing to give him a well-needed dose of reality. What is her name? A. Jessica LaRusso. B. Amanda LaRusso. C. Kumiko LaRusso. D. Ali LaRusso. You have 10 seconds and counting.
I wonder who it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it would be awful, wouldn't it?
I mean, they are lucky that this is a give me.
If anyone
Because
gets this wrong,
well, I think that would be the intentional thing, though.
yeah.
And the answer is B.
Yes.
Amanda LaRusso.
Yes.
I have to say, sidebar, Courtney is one of the coolest humans I've ever met. She's just kind and awesome.
She really seems to be. Interacted with her a few times on Twitter, and it just completely blows me out of the water. I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. She's super cool.
All right, so you can keep talking. I'm just checking the leaderboard. All 48
Okay.
survived.
All right.
And our
Perfect.
first view of who we've got in here.
Sam McShizzle, that's a name.
Yes, he's been playing since week 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Sam.
Oh, Suma made it. Hello, Suma. Glad to see your name in there. All right, and we'll go to the next question, and this one is to Peter.
All right. Question 2. This sweet, shy, bullied boy with a cleft lip changes his hair, gets a back tattoo and a fake ID, and transforms himself into a hawk. What is his real name? Is it A, Dimitri, B, Eli, C, Bert, or D, Kev?
He looks so broken in that picture.
He does. It's a good screenshot.
Yeah.
It's a great scene.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
is
yeah.
so freaking talented. Just
Yeah.
it makes me love and hate the same character. There's just the
Yep.
two different facets of him. It's amazing.
Yep.
And
You
the
and I have
correct
met 2 of
answer-
those characters.
Oh, yes.
Correct answer is B, Eli, played by Jacob Bertrand there.
Yes. Everyone always asks who Kev is. Kev is Connor.
Mhm.
He's one of the background Cobras. He's the one with the long brown hair, the super tall one.
I was trying to think about that for a second. Is he the only one with long brown hair, though? And I think he is.
Well, Frank and not Frank both have long brown
Yeah.
hair, but it's
More
darker.
long bangs, I feel.
Yeah.
They just have longer bangs.
Oh,
Yep.
lost 6 on that one.
And I don't want
Wow.
to put out anybody's real names for privacy reasons, but Connor's mom has often compared Connor's hair to that of Ron Thomas's from the first movie.
I can see it. Very
Yeah.
fluffy, very 80s. Yep. Okay, and the 6 we lost on that one, no one actually answered it wrong. 6 people just didn't answer.
So they must have got it timed out, is what I'm imagining.
Yeah. All right, moving on to question 3. Waiting for it to appear here for everyone. Though Lucille isn't having it and blows his cover immediately, how does Daniel originally try to hide his black eye? Is it an eye patch? Pulling his bangs down over it? A pair of gigantic aviator shades? Or sneaking out with his head down? How
I
does
like the. Go ahead.
you?
You
like what?
No, I like what his mom says to get him to remove the things that covers his eyes.
She says now and puts her finger down on the table.
Oh, well, okay, before that.
Oh, I'm like that. No kid can resist that. When mom goes, now you do it.
Sure. Yep. It's the baby Browns.
Yes.
The baby Browns.
He
Mhm.
wears a
Marvin.
pair of gigantic aviator shades. Those were the biggest sunglasses I've ever seen in my life.
Marty McFly wore a similar pair in the trailer for the Back to the Future.
I do like the idea of him trying to wear an eye patch like she wouldn't notice.
It's a little dark in here, Ma.
Right,
I
right.
don't think we didn't have Pirate Day back then.
No?
Well, not
Okay.
on the
That
not on the
wouldn't have
first
been a
day of
thing.
school anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's first day of school. It's Pirate Day. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, let's see. Oh,
Oh,
we
interesting.
lost. One said sneaking out with his head down, and the other said an eye patch.
Who said an eye patch? Can you see the answers?
I
Who said
can't.
an
I can't. I can just see that one person said it, but I can't see who it was.
Oh, man. Interesting. Why would you do that?
I don't know. I mean, they like the visual. I mean, it's a cool visual, right? All
You
right.
know what it is?
What?
Is somebody, maybe English isn't their first language, and so they, eye patch means sunglasses somewhere. translation. I don't know. That could be a thing.
Possible.
Fair point.
Yeah.
All right. Question 3 for Matt. 4 for Matt.
Question number 4. After the mid-season break of season 2, we see Johnny reunite with all original Cobra Kai but one. Oh man, what an episode! Where is Dutch? A, in prison. B, in France. C, in Florida. D, in purgatory.
The movie Purgatory?
Or it's just like a weird, like a episode of Lost that never aired.
Yeah.
Like
I just think she kind of really helped you guys out by basically eliminating one of those.
Right. Well, it was an entire plot arc of a season of Supernatural, and they've been back multiple times since then. It's a very Catholic concept.
I mean, one can kind of debate a few episodes on Quantum Leap as well, whether he's in purgatory or not.
But the right answer is, of course, in prison.
In prison.
Specifically,
yes.
Yasmin was in France. No, who was in Florida?
Sarah made a good point.
What?
Let's see.
In the chat, that C and D are the same answer.
Florida and purgatory are the same answer?
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Yasmin's in France. Dean and Sam go to purgatory. I don't know who's in Florida. Florida man. That's about all I got. I just made that one up. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, was it Florida man, the dude who got like really high off bath salts and ate somebody?
One of 1,000.
Oh, okay.
It's always Florida man.
Yes, it is.
All right, and we lost 2 on that one as well.
Oh, nobody put purgatory.
2 people said purgatory and 2 people said Florida.
Right. Are these? Can bots play? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know. Well, I mean, you could say, I guess, that Lompoc is his personal purgatory, right? Because he's paying for his sins.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's
I mean, I don't know if anyone's looking that deep. Yeah, I know. But I'm also wondering, like, the people that chose, what was that one answer? The eye patch? Or I guess it was just one person?
Yeah.
It's like, haha, this is going to be the one answer that I sabotage just to be funny. And then 2 people follow up with purgatory?
You know what, though? They still get to play. They're just out of the running for the fantastic
for the
autographed
prize,
Matt Lewis headshot.
I know. I still think it's weird, but anyway.
I don't blame
the crown.
him.
The crown is a pretty. I mean, it's a pretty big bragging point around the fandom right now to say you won this. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. This one is Peter.
All right. Question 5. Terry Silver teaches Daniel a 3-part strategy that he claims will help him beat Mike Barnes. What does he call this method of his? Is it A, Tremors, B, Flatliners, C, Footloose, or D, Quicksilver? If you've seen certain movies, you can probably even guess what the answer is if you didn't know it.
Anyone who paid attention to anything in the 80s knows where all the wrong answers came from, too.
Oh, yeah. It sticks out like a sore thumb. I have reviewed 2 of those movies on Nostalgic.
Yes. They are all Kevin Bacon movies, but the right one is...
Quicksilver.
Yes.
D, Quicksilver. Flatliners is the only movie I have not yet done, considering doing that one for one of my other pods, original remake. But
and they're all fantastic Kevin Bacon movies.
Except possibly Quicksilver.
Oh, come on. Quicksilver's great. Quicksilver's great. Who doesn't want to ride a 10-speed around their expansive New York loft with their girlfriend and, have epic montages?
The best bike messenger media I've ever in my life seen is Dark Angel, and that is a really hard bar to reach, Genetically engineered super soldier that looks like Jessica Alba in leather and Kevin Bacon. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up.
All right. We're talking about bike messenger movies?
Well, Dark Angel was a TV show.
I remember the show. I didn't watch it or anything, though.
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
That's actually where Jensen Ackles came from.
Okay. Before Smallville and Supernatural.
Yes. He went from Days of Our Lives to Dark Angel. So I guess he really came from Days of Our Lives. He played Eric.
I still want him to play James Spader, like a biopic or something.
He would be a good James Spader. One person said Tremors, one person said Footloose, everyone else said Quicksilver, and they were all
Good for them.
correct.
Tremors holds up. I think that's a great movie.
Oh God, I love Tremors. I watch that. I watch that when I just want a completely brainless Saturday afternoon movie to watch.
Yeah.
Because I love
Everyone's pretty good. Victor Wong, Michael Gross.
Hey, I just accidentally dumped myself off the call for a second, but I'm back.
Oh,
Hey,
your
you didn't even
video
have to say
this
anything.
time,
We
too.
didn't.
Is it my turn to read?
No, it's mine.
Okay.
It's mine. Question number 6. Fill in the blank to complete this quote. I'm the blank. Oh shit. Are you the blank too? Tell me you're the blank. Is it the boss, the best, the man, or the champ? Hey, we all get to see Matt Lewis. Well, me and Peter get to see Matt Lewis. The rest of you don't. Ha ha.
I was
What
about
are
to
we
say,
talking about?
if everyone's seeing me, I need to put more clothes on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what are we talking about?
Okay, correct answer is. Oh, hey, we've got
I'm the
video
man.
answers.
Oh shit.
Oh,
You the
man.
man
We
too?
got it this week.
Tell me you're the
I
man.
had time to make the clips.
Well,
And it
looks like
is the man.
we have one request to take it all off. Or I guess not all off. Take it off.
No, nobody want to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
It's very 80s, though. I got to give you that. That's serious OP you got going on there.
It's actually a Get Up Kids tank top, but definitely like that's the style
Right.
for sure.
I like it.
That's the design that they used.
All right, let's see how everybody did on that question. And all 36 remaining answered it correctly. Good for you. You guys know your quotes. Gosh, dang it. Put the ink pen down, stupid person. I keep hitting the microphone. All
It's
right.
the stupid person.
I'm the stupid person. I keep hitting the microphone. All right, next question for Matt Lewis, as soon as it is visible.
Okay. Question number 7. Allie Mills has 2 friends that are with her almost every time we see her. What are their names? A, Yasmin and Moon. B, Susan and Barbara. C, Samantha and Aisha. D, Tori and Sue. 10 seconds on the clock.
I still want to know what Allie's costume is, because everybody says she's Princess Leia, but that's not even close to how Princess Leia dressed.
No,
I
maybe
mean,
like a
It's
swan?
the closest, though.
A bird?
I think it's the eyes keeps throwing people off, too, but I've always
Yeah.
seen... Princess Leia is the one that I see commonly compared to.
Right, I think she's just like a generic princess. And the correct answer is Susan and Barbara.
Susan,
And-
also older sister
Yep.
of Counselor Black.
Yes. Yes, she's the one rocking the leopard print punk rock, and Barbara is the one dressed like the magician.
Or Zantana? Zartana? Who's the
Zatara?
magician? Is it
Is
from
it
the
Zatara?
comics?
Yeah.
DC comic? Okay.
Yeah, I don't read comics, but I know who you're talking about.
Right. She's been a character in some of those DC TV shows.
Yeah.
Smallville too, I think, actually.
Okay, we lost one on that one. One person said Yasmin and Moon. I'm sorry. I actually did try to trick people with that one. I'm mean.
Mm-hmm.
I put effort into making them easier this week. I did.
Oh, no, I believe you. That was a tough one if you didn't know a lot of those names, though.
Yeah. Well, you should have been able to eliminate, I think, all except Barbara and Susan. But okay, your turn, Peter.
All right. Question 8. Aisha and Tori run into each other at the mini mart after Tori's first class at Cobra Kai. And they talk for a few minutes. Jesus. Where does Aisha... Okay, let me read that again.
Okay.
Aisha and Tori run into each other at the mini mart after Tori's first class at Cobra Kai, and they talk for a few minutes. Where does Aisha invite Tori to go with her? Is it A, to the beach club, B, to Applebee's, C, to the movies, or D, to the park? It was good interaction. You know, we were kind of commenting on I think, her sweatpants that she's wearing, Tori that is, and maybe that was a clue to where she was from. I feel like Santa Barbara, maybe.
It's her shirt. It's the logo on her shirt.
Is it on her sleeve or something? I kind of forget.
I think it's right there on her chest. It's just it's so small you can't see it, and I can't remember what it is.
Oh, I feel there was like wording of the city.
Yeah,
I'll
there
have to find it.
is. But it's also a clothing line too, I guess.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
Isn't it like a Santa Cruz?
Yeah, I think
Maybe
it
that's
is.
what it was.
It's definitely one of the Santas.
So Santa Cruz is just like an '80s clothing line,
I see.
like Jimmy Z's, if that rings a bell.
No.
You guys are so young. Yeah,
I'm 47.
You remember Jimmy Z's?
Not in
Brihana?
Midwest. Not in Illinois. No.
Oh, you had him in Illinois. It was like it was, I think, right about the time. It was like when License to Ill came out, and there was just this sort of like, especially in the Midwest and the East Coast, there was sort of like this West Coast fetish, and that's when like
I remember that.
There was a big resurgence in skateboarding then too. So these were all like skateboarding clothing lines that you would see in like Thrasher magazine and stuff.
Jinkos?
Okay.
I knew Jinkos.
Jenko was the late 90s because my
Oh.
kids wore Jenko.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jinko's later.
So-
Yeah,
Susie?
Ocean Pacific. Suma Fraser with Ocean Pacific. Yeah, OP.
Yeah.
Ron John Surf Shop, New England Papa. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
remember
TNC
Ron John.
Surf Designs. Yes. So it was that kind of stuff. I think that's a Santa Cruz shirt. I think.
Amy just said, yeah, it's Cruz. Considered it a Lost Boys shout out.
Yes. Got it. Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, Vision
Okay.
Street or nothing. Yes.
I reviewed that too.
Yep. You've reviewed everything. Except
I love it. Oh,
never a good
Grease?
story. Anyway.
Oh yeah, that too.
They went to the beach club, by the way. That was the answer to the question. All
Yeah,
those
that's where
minutes
they're
ago.
stealing vodka. Yeah.
But everybody got that right. So. Oh, I skipped the leaderboard. I'm dumb. I apologize.
Also, some of you
Go
guys
back
need
to
to go
next
back
time.
and rewatch the original movies. Is what it sounds like.
You know what? It seems like we lose people on the original movie questions more than we do the show. So
I think it makes sense. And maybe we just have more fans of like Cobra Kai than we do Karate Kid.
very possible. Although that shouldn't be possible. Anyway.
I mean, but it is.
Question 9. The night before The Karate Kid Part 2 begins, Allie borrowed Daniel's car, wrecked it, and told him she'd fallen in love with someone else. This was the night of Daniel's what? High school graduation, 16th birthday, junior homecoming, or senior prom?
I think Josh Shield once said that if he had a chance to be a character from the universe, that he picked the UCLA football player.
I could see that being Josh. Hayden said Terry, or would say Terry, even if he didn't. Hayden is Terry in A Secret Life.
Is that his burner account? Is there a Terry in the
There
in the
are
chat room here?
so many Terry Silvers. Oh my God. And the correct answer is his senior prom. Now, all of those things would make any of those days suck. I mean, that
Sure.
was just a really crappy thing, and I hate that they wrote her out that way.
Mhm.
They
I think
did
everybody-
not need to do it.
That was lazy.
It really, really was. I mean, they had, RMK had written her a classy way out, with them just deciding to move on from each other over the summer because she was going to Europe. Now, why they didn't go with that, I have no idea.
Mhm.
They could have just said she was in Europe going to college. That would have.
Yeah. I mean, they punished. It's like they punished Elizabeth Shue for daring to go to Harvard instead of coming back to film the movie by completely destroying this character that we loved. It was nonsense.
Right.
Yeah.
Mike
sure.
makes a good point here. He says he thinks that the football player is going to be or turn out to be BS, and we'll find out Allie's side of that story in season 3. I don't know if we'll find it out in season 3, but that's something I've always kind of said that we only heard Daniel's side of the story. We don't know how it actually went down because we didn't hear Allie's.
Right. Well, I mean, he repeated. I have no reason to believe that he didn't just repeat what she told him. But okay, we lost 5 on that one. That is the most we've lost on a question yet. So you know what that makes it?
Yeah, a crane kick to the face.
Absolutely. I love those.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it more, but I also don't want people to keep dropping from the game.
Right. Right. Hang with us as long as possible. We've
All right,
still got
27 survivors. That's still pretty good.
we've still got 10 questions on the upper end that have never been seen that have been sitting there since week 1.
Very nice.
Oh wow.
So, well, it makes it a lot easier for me. I mean, I only had to come up with 16 new questions this week.
Only 16.
Right.
Is this me?
This is Matt.
Okay.
Question number 10. There's a spirited debate going on at the All Valley Tournament board meeting when Johnny arrives. What is it about? A, what happened to the corn dogs? B, the color of the mat? C, if the crane kick was legal? D, the most badass name for a dojo?
A good one. Matt, do you like this episode at all?
Do I like what?
This episode of the show?
It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's that guy right there in the middle of the picture. You know, he's the one that voted to let Cobra Kai back.
In theory, I mean, we'll never know for sure, but probably, yeah.
We need to hear his
Yeah,
side of
most
the story.
likely.
Yeah, most likely.
Those were all things that were kind of brought up, but
True.
they were debating. What were you debating?
B, the color of the mats.
Yes.
That's all it takes sometimes.
It makes me laugh so hard because the way that you guys were the tones of your voice and everything as you're talking about these mats, this honestly sounded like some of the city council meetings I've been to talking about like really contentious things.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that was all improvisational. Whatever, when Daryl and I are arguing back and forth, we did, I don't remember exactly how many, but probably at least half a dozen takes, if not more, just sort of quietly bitching at each other before Johnny shows up.
Oh,
that was
wow.
all improv.
Have you ever been involved in local politics? Because I swear you sounded just like it. I mean, you sounded like our mayor.
No, not really, but I just always sort of imagined that like this is like Ron's hobby and his passion, but it's not his real job. He's like he's a Boy Scout den leader, and you know he does that, and he's like a softball coach for his kids' team or something. Like he's committed to that thing, but he's also got some other job somewhere. So you know
Right.
it's just passion that brings him to that rec room plastic table
At the AA
Once a
meeting an
month or
hour
whatever it is.
before it starts.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly, yeah.
Okay. And 10 questions in, we have only lost half our people, so we're going pretty good.
Still pretty good. I think so. Absolutely.
Drew is
a lot
still
of
in. Drew
yeah,
is,
a lot of
he
recognizable
may make
names.
it past 13 this week. I got my fingers crossed for you, Drew. Let's see. We got Helen and Papa, Kevin, Sarah. I can't go through all these names.
Yeah,
But-
I'm amazed by. I mean, amazed that I'm just excited for everybody that's getting a chance to kind of go as far as they can. You know, because I just felt that, Brianna, I don't want to speak for you, but I felt bad when we would have like the early rounds lose out on 7 people and 6 people. You know, like they were
Yeah.
just dropping so fast. Yeah.
Yeah. That one bothered me. But this one is you, Peter.
Okay, question 11. Fill in the blanks to complete this quote. You know, this is the blank. You got to do something, Mr. Miyagi. You can't be so damn passive. Is it A, time, B, truth, C, day, or D, 80s?
Gratuitous shot of the Ford. Just because.
Yeah, just a few feet away, huh?
If I'd only known. I still
Well-
wouldn't have touched it because I didn't want to get tasered. But
Yeah, I got you. I mean, I probably would have been tased by, guilty of association. Like, you guys walked in together.
right?
Like, I don't know her.
All right, and for the correct answer, we will go to the clip.
This is the 80s. You gotta do something, Mr. Miyagi. Can't be so damn passive.
And there it goes.
Yeah, let's just take a moment to watch the movie.
It's the 80s.
Which he says a
Alignment.
couple times.
Yeah, he said it. He said it in the first one to Allie that was why he was letting her drive the car.
Yep.
He was like, "Hey, it's the '80s." I don't remember him saying it in the second one, but in the third one, he said it really, really snarkily. And it's like a thing now. It's a stinger on my radio station.
Yeah.
Listening along, and the song, break between songs, and all of a sudden there's Daniel yelling, "Hey, it's the 80s!" on an 80s radio station. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Cobra Kai
Lost
Kid's out?
6, and Drew was one of them.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh.
Let this be a lesson, you guys. Got to rewatch those movies. If it's been a quote unquote long time since you've seen it, that might be, a clue to kind of watch them again. Especially if you guys are going to be playing a trivia game that, that incorporates the show and the movies.
And
Can we just shout out to Drew's Les Mis spoof, because that was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
A dream of.
Dream
Dream
to
of
Dream
Three?
of Cobra Kai. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
There we go.
Come on.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
How do
Pretty amazing.
Anyone who mixes Les Mis with Cobra Kai, I'm there. Absolutely. 125%.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Absolutely. And at the very end of the, he didn't even shouts out his last line. Yeah, check it out. If you guys aren't already, subscribe to Cobra Kai Kid. Okay.
Yes.
And also Watch Party.
Yes. Yes.
So 2 of our friends there.
And
And-
Karate Kai Nerds Dojo on Facebook, since we've got them in here as well. And I hate to do it, Drew, but that was a brain kick to the face, because it took you and 6 other people out. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't think that one was mean. That's such an iconic line that Daniel has,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that one to get a whole bunch of people.
And I feel, again, like if you kind of remember the line from the first one, that's the one that's kind of that sticks out the most too.
Yeah. All right, so we're down to 20 survivors.
Still a good amount of people.
Moving on. Yeah, this is actually really good. We didn't have this many on question 12 last week.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So this is question 12. Where do Kreese and Johnny take the Cobras for training after Johnny gets back from Tommy's funeral? Do they go to Stone Mountain, the Reservoir, Coyote Creek, or Mount San Antonio? Where
I'm
do
gonna
they
be
take
interested
them
in some of
for
those
their-
answers.
Yeah, team building exercise for Cobra Kai there. Let the timer run down.
Also, we get Stingray Begins in that scene.
Yes, yes. Slightly tricky because it actually, I believe, was filmed on Stone Mountain.
I don't know for sure, but I would assume yes, it was.
Yeah, because
But-
that's the same place that they filmed Daniel and Robbie, and that was Stone Mountain.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just like the closest woods.
Right.
Right. And Owen
uh,
says as much too. He says technically 2 of them.
Yeah, but it's in the show. It's not in reality. That's the difference.
Yeah,
there.
however, if we're using characters'
point.
names, Kreese, Johnny, and Tommy, then that would imply not Stone Mountain, but the real answer, which is
Coyote Creek.
Right.
The Reservoir is actually where Daniel and Mr. Miyagi trained. The lake that he talks about that Mr. Miyagi used to take him to was the Reservoir. And Mount San Antonio is just a mountain outside Los Angeles. It's part of the Santa Claritas, I think. I don't know. I just Googled mountains in California, and that's what came up. So it sounded good.
See, I would have just came up with some other random ones. We only lost one.
We
Right.
lost one.
One?
Someone did
Yeah.
choose Mount San Antonio. Which,
Interesting.
yeah, of them all, I could see, because that, like I say, is a real mountain in California.
Okay.
But again, fictional places. So
Right.
moving on to the next question. One of our favorite people here on the pod.
Yeah. Question
This is Matt.
13. Oh, sorry.
this is me. I've
This
got to
is Matt.
read. Sorry, I was typing too. It's so confusing.
No,
All right.
It is.
I
It's
thought he
hard
just
to do
went, but-
both.
Question number 13. What apartment does Freddie Fernandez live in? Oh, shit. A, apartment 17. B, apartment 20. C, apartment 109. D, apartment 2.
This one's kind of tricky though.
It is.
Yeah. The
I
tricky
have seen
Brihana.
this movie 7,000 times, and I have no idea.
It's his first line. Well, his second line. Because his first line is a bunch of mumbling. No, it's okay, man. It's okay. That kind of like improv stuff.
Sure. And I think I'm also just like, I'm still feeling Ralph's vibe. I'm checking out Freddie's shirt. The
Right.
old
Yeah.
lady shows up. Like, I'm not, wow, okay, apartment 17. All right.
Yes. Apartment 20 is Daniel's. Apartment 109 is where Miguel says he lives, but doesn't. And apartment 2 is Johnny.
Okay. Wow.
Yep.
Nice. Good question.
Oh! Oh!
Ooh,
Yeah,
so
that
we
was
lost
pretty
6.
brutal.
Yeah. lost 6
That
people.
was very. Oh yeah, that
And what
was
happened-
absolutely a crane kick to the face.
Yep,
No
there we
doubt
go.
about that one.
Yeah, I think everyone was calling that too. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna lose a lot of people on this one."
Yeah, 7 said apartment 20, 2 said 109, and 4 said apartment 2.
Yep.
Oh
Again, yeah.
man.
All those numbers, like if you watch the show and the movies often, those numbers are gonna get pretty confusing.
He introduces himself as Freddie Fernandez, apartment 17,
Hmm
and shakes his hand.
Yeah, is real Warbe. If you guys are interested, we have the interview up on our podcast.
Yes, and we no longer have a scrolling leaderboard here. We've got Sam McShizzle, we got Kiata, got Danny, Big LaRusso still there, Cobra Kids, Mike P in the house. We got Jeff, we got Papa, we got Kevin, Karen, Kim Nerd, Mikey Graff, Jen, and Luca.
So previously, only one former champion of the All Valley Trivia Championship.
Yeah,
Playing-
but
yeah.
Kiata's been like right on
Runner-up, yeah.
everybody's heels all along. Let's see. All right, and question 14 is for Peter.
Just for the last one, I think. I think so. Didn't I?
No?
Okay, all right. Question 14. After I
I
just lost.
actually know this week, everybody. Put this down on your
Yeah.
calendar. Bree knew whose turn it was.
I really thought that I just read it. Okay, question 14. After Aisha's lost to Xander Stone in the semifinals, she offers to get Sam a Cobra Kai gi. What does Sam reply that her dad would do? Was it A, lose his shit, B, have a stroke, C, have a heart attack, or D, blow a gasket? All very possible.
With Daniel? Oh, yeah. I mean, we've seen him do basically all 4 multiple times. Not like he has a temper or anything.
Sure. Same reaction that he would get every time you see a Tom Cole billboard or maybe a spray painted image next to his face.
Right. And I will admit that Sam has said that Daniel would lose his shit before, but that was over finding out she was dating Miguel.
Yeah.
This time it was have a heart attack. And she laughed when she said it. So she was actually... Oh, no.
Lost a lot?
Wait a minute. I think we may have only lost... Yep, we only lost 1 off the leaderboard. Okay, all the other incorrect answers were people that have already been eliminated but are still playing. Okay.
Oh,
So,
weird.
whew. Okay, so we are down to 8.
All right. That's a good number right there. How many was that? Number 14 that was?
That's
Looking
number
pretty good.
14. Yeah, we're holding
Awesome.
together pretty good. I think we were down to 3 at this point last time.
Right.
So,
You're better with numbers than me.
well, maybe sometimes. I don't know. Question 15. According to Kumiko in the Karate Kid Part 2, what happens if you race to King Shohashi's castle and win? You'll get a kiss, your wish will come true, you'll be a hero, or nothing.
And this is going to be tough because 2 doesn't get a lot of love.
No, 2 does not get nearly enough love for being the absolute best of the trilogy.
And that's funny thing too. Like people are out there like, oh, I love part 2, but like we don't hear about it.
Right. And I mean,
weird.
the 34th anniversary is in 6 days. 6
Mhm.
days. Where are you, Sony? Give us something.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
Got
we
a
can't
couple
go
episodes.
pack movie theaters or anything this year, but
No,
give
no.
us something online. Come on.
We'll have to repost those episodes, the live stream, and then the one I did with Tom a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Okinawa predictions, too, for season 3, also relevant.
Yeah, I suppose so.
All right. And if you race to King Shohashi's castle and win, your wish will come true. Daniel did get a kiss, but it was much, later afterwards. She didn't kiss him standing there. We lost one on that one.
Not too bad.
Not quite sure who. I apologize for not noticing. But who we've got in here still now is Kiata, Cobra Kids, Mike P, Papa, Kevin, Jen, and Sam McShizzle.
All right. Pretty good turnout still. 7.
Yes.
Good number after 15 questions.
Yes, doing real good. This one's to Matt as soon as it pops up.
All right. Question 16. Before being tapped to bring Raymond to life, Paul Walter Hauser played Sean Eckert in this film, which starred Margot Robbie, Sebastian Stan, and Allison Janney. Is it A, Black Klansman, B, No Apologies, C, I, Steve, D, I, Tanya?
I need to have like a week of just mainlining Paul Walter Hauser films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So freaking good.
For sure.
Amazingly talented man.
I do
The
like
answer
him
is
in... Hi, Tanya.
Tanya.
I do like him in Black Klansman.
I definitely need to see that one. I mean, why there's an Adam Driver film that I haven't seen, I don't know. But I haven't seen that one. So.
You haven't seen which one?
Black Klansman.
Oh, okay. I haven't either. It's on the list.
Yeah.
I've got these little kids, so by the time they go to bed and I have time to watch a grown-up movie, my brain is mush.
I gotcha.
My
gotcha.
I'm good.
My kids aren't young, but like not at all. I mean, because I'm not young, but the movie that I always like when my kids are gone and it's just like, okay, grown up brain, chill out. It's Beer League every single time.
Oh, for sure.
I just introduced a couple coworkers to that movie recently too.
To Beer League.
After,
it's so funny.
after watching it with the group, I was like, you guys got to watch this, especially the bar scene. But also, I just wanted to point out that question that you just had there has a tie to one of the big threes. Sebastian Stan was also in Hot Tub Time Machine, which was written by Josh Shield. Yeah.
Really?
Nice.
I was just thinking of him as Bucky Barnes.
That's what most people think of him as, but he is the douchebag in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh, okay. And then Margot Robbie, of course, is Harley Quinn, and Allison Janney is Everything Amazing Everywhere.
Yes.
Yes. And also, fun fact, if you guys didn't know it, I, Tanya was
Steve
shot
Pink.
in Atlanta.
Oh, right.
And I've got some good friends that are in it. Dan Triandaflo plays Tanya's lawyer. And he's a great local actor that's been in a bunch of stuff.
And I think kind of more ties on the subject of Hot Tub Time Machine. Wasn't episode 7 directed by Steve Pink?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
So there you go. He directed Hot Tub Time Machine. So there's your tie to Sebastian Stan.
Right. And Hurwitz has said that he has wanted Paul Walter Hauser in something of his since I, Tanya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all credit his portrayal in I, Tanya. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Sean Eckert, man. That man was a real piece of crap.
Aw.
He was. Come on.
No, I mean, I don't not believe you.
All right. Next question. 17. Let's see. This would be you.
Who's you?
Peter.
Me?
Peter.
Okay.
Peter.
Oh, I was like, was she me? Wait, you're pointing at me? I don't know. Anyway.
I am pointing at you. You just couldn't see it. Okay.
All right. This one, I need to put on my reading glasses here. Question 17. Dennis DeYoung, founding member of Styx, recorded a solo track for The Karate Kid Part 2. The music video featured scenes from the movie and an appearance by Tamlin Tomita. What was the song? Was it A, This Is the Time, B, Fish for Life, C, Rock and Roll Over You, or D, Let Me At 'Em? I wouldn't know this one. I don't know this one.
I love all of the music and the soundtracks so much. I'm such a big freaking soundtrack nerd.
I like soundtracks, but I probably don't listen to enough of them. But I would have to guess. Let's see. So let me lock in my guess before you reveal the answer. Okay, I got my guess.
Okay.
What is it?
What's it? Oh, you have to say what your guess is before I give the answer.
I'm gonna guess this is the time. A.
Okay, Matt, have you got a guess?
I think A as well.
Of course, because I already said it first.
Right. You're both right.
Yeah. Hey, good for you,
This
Matt.
is the time.
I think the rest of the titles, even though it's an 80s movie, are so corny. They couldn't possibly be
Fish for Life.
Fish for Life. I mean, so yeah.
Fish
that
for
was
Life.
what narrowed it down for me.
Yeah.
A seemed like the most normal one.
Fish for Life is they all four are actually on the Karate Kid Part 2 soundtrack.
Really?
Yes, Fish for Life
score.
is a group called Man Crab. And that is I believe that's the one playing on the radio when Taro and Chosen pick Daniel and Mr. Miyagi up, and then they change it real quick. Rock and Roll Over You is the Moody Blues. That's the song from the bar that's playing when Daniel breaks the ice.
Right.
Okay.
Let Me At 'Em was a band called Southside Johnny, and that was another one that was just like in passing on a radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But they're absolutely all on there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
The
More
Karate
scores,
Kid
though.
3,
That's
you want to
something.
talk about stupid songs and stupid titles, though? Karate Kid 3 is where it got really, really dumb. Like, really
You
bad.
guys see this?
Oh, that's
I know it's just the two of you,
beautiful.
Wait, are we?
I'm showing Peter and Bree my autographed vinyl Karate Kid soundtrack autographed by Ralph.
I really wish I still had my cassettes.
Also, I didn't know you were on video this whole time.
Yes, he's been on video since he came back.
Okay. Yeah, because I had it minimized, so I didn't know.
Yeah, well, I turned my speaker off when I went to pee, but I think I forgot to turn my camera off. So, sorry if you guys.
Well, because earlier you were talking about the
adult content.
Well, yeah.
No
Well,
adult
with
content.
Brihana about seeing you, I thought we were just playing along or something. I was like, yeah, we see.
No, I literally. You didn't see the whole conversation about the tank top.
No,
I
thought he was just describing exactly what he was wearing. I didn't know that we were literally able to see him.
Oh my gosh!
I told you I have my window minimized because I got the chat up and at the YouTube.
Yeah, I've got a bigger screen, so the Skype is like right at the top in the middle.
Right.
So we have 5 left. We did lose a couple on that.
Tell me what you're wearing.
Well, I mean, this is the Well, it's weird because now when Matt talks, like I see him. It wasn't showing me that earlier. But anyway, so this is our version of OnlyFans, or is it Fans Only of Matt?
You had to be there.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. You guys missed out.
It's only $10.
This is Matt recording a cameo for just you and me.
Right.
So the people that answered incorrectly did know that Rock and Roll Over You was on the soundtrack, but wrong song. Sorry, guys.
Some of these are hard.
And moving on to the next question. This one is for me.
Go, Brihana.
Question 18. Before becoming Miguel Diaz on Cobra Kai, Xolo Maridueña played Victor Graham on which primetime family show? Was it Modern Family, This Is Us, Parenthood, or The Goldbergs? And I am just going to say that Baby Xolo is the most adorable little fluffy-haired guy ever.
Okay.
He's so cute.
Yeah. It's great to see like him growing up, and because he's been working since he was so young.
Yeah, but I mean that happens when you're 18 and you can grow a beard in 2 weeks, which he apparently can do.
Lucky guy. I've been waiting 37 years. I'm still trying.
He was on Parenthood.
Yeah, he was.
And he was very good. I love that show. I love the movie that spawned it, but the show just took like cannon off in its own direction. It was so good.
See, that's what I
amazing.
Didn't know if it was based off of that.
Yeah.
It was loosely.
Okay.
But they also there was a lot of the same creative team from Friday Night Lights, and they had devised this new way of shooting. Which, if you watch like the later seasons of Friday Night Lights and all of Parenthood, a lot of it is really improvised. So what they would do is just they would sort of loosely understand the scene. They would know like where the scene's supposed to start, what's supposed to happen, how it would end. And they would kind of know the script, but they were very improvisational. And then they would just light the whole space and point like 4 or 5 cameras at it all at once, and then just cut it together later. So when you watch Parenthood and there's like, you know, the mom and the dad, like the families, like everybody's talking over each other and they're getting ready for work and everybody's got different agendas and everybody's throwing different stuff out. They did very similar things in Friday Night Lights. The reason that looks so improvisational is because it is, which for a network drama, that's like unheard of. And I remember reading even with a lot of the football scenes that they shot in Friday Night Lights, that was the same thing. Like, you know, I'm sure they figured it out to where everyone was safe as far as like tackling and football plays and stuff. But they lit the sidelines, pointed a bunch of cameras at it all at once, and then they just sort of like, you know, would improvise a lot of the scenes, and then the editors would cut it together and make it look like a coherent telling of a story.
Mm-hmm.
So was the director in the editing booth the whole time with that going on, or?
The director usually is, no matter what, but I think with something exceptional like that, I would imagine that that everyone was just more on the same page of like, this is what we're trying to do, so let's make sure that we, you know, capture this correctly. Because usually, you know, if it's a single camera drama, so it's the same as Cobra Kai. Parenthood was. Mm-hmm. So if you're shooting a show like Cobra Kai, you've got, you know, definitely one, maybe 2, maybe 3 cameras all pointed at the same setup, but they're all pointed at it at the same angle because the lighting is all pointed that way. And, you know, the set dressing and everything behind the actors and all that stuff is, you know, worried about too, because it's in frame.
Right.
So, you know, you shoot, you know, one angle and then you'll flip the room and you'll shoot the other actor's coverage, you know, and so on and so forth. So for shows like Friday Night Lights and Parenthood to just shoot all angles all at the same time was a pretty revolutionary thing and probably pretty chaotic to track. But I would imagine it would be like trying to shoot something else that's really improvisational, like I don't know, like Larry David or, you know, something like that. Even then, like, you know, if he's standing in front of his front door, all the cameras are pointed at him at his front door. There's nothing coming. There are no cameras behind him shooting at the same time. So it's a pretty crazy thing.
Yeah, but it makes sense because life with that many kids and that many families and everything, it felt real. It felt hectic. It felt like, and that makes sense why. That's brilliant.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, like they knew what the scenes were about and they knew, you know, basically what the lines were, but they had a lot of freedom.
Wow. Well, everybody in the top 5 knew that.
Yes, they did.
Everybody
no
got
Mike.
that one. So, nope, no Mike. Mike is out. We've got Sam McShizzle, Kiara, Cobra Kids, Jen J, and Kevin. I'm not seeing Kevin talk much in the chat, though, so I think he's really concentrating, buckling down here. All right, we are now to new questions. I did not have to write any of these, and this next one is for Matt.
Question 19. When the Cobras first roll up to the beach on their dirt bikes, one of them loses his helmet. Which one? A, Johnny, B, Dutch, C, Jimmy, D, Bobby.
This was a question you had for the big 3.
Yes. Yes, I've recycled a couple of those. I'm probably at various points going to recycle all of them.
Those were all good questions.
Yeah. And Hayden may say that he knew them, he was just pretending, but no, he did not. I'm just saying. He was wrong. All right. So the correct answer is, you can actually see it in the screenshot. It's a yellow helmet laying there, and it fell off the back of
Dutch's bike.
Dutch's bike. Yes, he's the only one that doesn't have his helmet on his bike when he pulls up, and he's the only one. Dutch's. It's like they're color coded, right?
Right.
Johnny is red.
Bobby's blue.
Bobby is blue. Tommy is like a maroon, Jimmy is gray, and Dutch is yellow. It's
Wow.
like parents of a lot of kids, they color code their kids. I color coded my kids. It's like, okay, Nerd Boy gets blue, Mr. Universe gets green, Mojo gets yellow, and the princess gets pink, which is sexist as crap, but, she's the only girl, so.
They've done purple.
Oh, my God!
Whoa,
Guys,
one survivor. Do we have a winner?
We have a winner!
Whoa! Kevin!
And just like that,
Hey!
Kevin!
Well done.
Excellent!
Good job, Kevin.
Excellent job.
Winner of episode 4 of the All Valley Sunday Night Trivia Championship. You know what? That's a tough question. That's a hard one.
I didn't think it really was. That's one of those things that shows up on the 10 things you never knew about the Karate Kid all the time.
I mean, that's equivalent to like Back to the Future's Lone Pine Mall. Like a lot of people still misses that sign with Marty leaning up against it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those. Except for like that was intentional. Like I don't think Dutch meant to lose his helmet.
No, it just flew off the back of his bike. It wasn't as they came around the corner. It flew off. It wasn't attached well enough because it didn't fly off in any of the rehearsal footage or anything. So it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah.
But this was fantastic, guys. This was a
Probably
great
one of the
game.
longest ones. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone did an awesome job. Everyone's showing Kevin a lot of love in there. So great group of people. And Kevin's already in our group. But do we? I mean, I guess anyone in our group is a companion. So that's 4 in a row.
Kevin pulls. Yeah, this is 4 companions in a row. But Kevin does pull double duty, being a Karate Kai nerd.
Yeah.
He does have a podcast of his own that you can get to. They've got a group on Facebook. So definitely go give them a listen. Check them out. I keep waiting for him to come back into the chat. I know he was there earlier.
He's waiting for the next question is what it is. That guy, man, he's an overachiever.
Yeah, no, Kevin, you won.
Yeah.
I think you dropped the mic.
He may have. Like, that's it. I won. I'm out of here, biatches.
Hey, somebody check. Yeah, or just somebody check on Kevin. Make sure he's still okay after finding out that he won.
Right?
Hey guys. Didn't know this chat thing worked.
Oh, that's fair. I really hope after all of this that it's actually Kevin Cornojos that won.
I hope
and not
so.
another Kevin. I don't. There he is. Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi, we did
Yes.
it. Look at that.
There
Very
we
fitting.
go. There we go. Representing Canada in the chat and in the win.
That's right.
Fantastic job, Kevin. Fantastic job.
Yeah.
Everyone
Great
this
job
week.
to
well
everybody. So many people really, hung on and lasted as long as they did. This, I think, was one of the most strongest rounds, I feel.
Yeah, I think, having access to a computer where I've got the video clips back and I've got time during the week to actually dedicate to getting it set up, and I'm not trying to do it all in the last 2 hours before because that's when my computer works. This one went really, really smooth. Really smooth. But we
Very,
also
very well.
didn't have Lynn sticking her nose in every 10 minutes trying to screw things up for us.
I think Susan's got her under control this time.
Right. All right, so Kevin is our winner. We are going to go ahead and bow out, everybody. We'll be back next Sunday.
That's right.
Same Cobra time, same Cobra channel, I guess is what we're saying now.
That's what we're saying. The same channel. Make sure, if you're not already, subscribe to our channel. Turn on that notification. So in the event you are dozing off, taking a nap like Rick, you'll get woken up that saying, hey, these guys are about to go live.
Oh, yes, and everybody make sure you give Rick crap for not waking up for the 4th week in a row.
Yep, I'm looking at my phone here and still no reply via text.
Right,
Let's
he's
see.
out.
It doesn't, delivered, so he has not even read it yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah, oh well.
All
C'est la
right,
vie.
well, thank you to our wonderful guest host, Mr. Matt Lewis. Round of applause.
Yay,
Thank you, sir.
Yay.
My pleasure.
All right, did great.
Thank you so much for having me on. Hey, shameless plug.
Yeah. No,
I'm
plug
in,
away, please.
Steve Carell's new movie Irresistible which drops on, I think, the 26th on demand everywhere. And
Nice.
then, kind of maybe wherever theaters are open, if they're open. And then at the end of next month, there was a movie that I shot a couple of years ago where I got to play Natalia Dyer's dad. It's a movie called Yes, God, Yes. And that's going to be on demand and maybe in theaters as well at the end of July. So check those two things out. Irresistible and Yes, God, Yes.
But also follow you on social media, because I'm sure you'll also kind of, help promote some of those via poster or what have you.
For sure. I'm Matt Lewis Actor at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm not on TikTok because I'm old.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Once I show up on TikTok, that's like 2 years behind when your parents and grandparents show up on it and start bitching at you about everything and ruining it.
Well, some of them have accounts too. So
do they?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I need that Matt Lewis Actor TikTok account.
I'm with Matt on this one. I finally broke down and got on Tumblr, and a year later, it was apparently filled with oldies, and now it's just like nobody cares anymore. So
yeah, it's the kids have to keep sneaking off to different cool spots before their parents say, "You should really pull your shorts up and your shirt down, and I don't like your music," and all that stuff.
See, I don't do that stuff. I meme at my kids in real life, and they're just like, "No, Mom, stop it." It's like, hey, the internet was mine before you were born, so you just,
right.
I had
get over
to
there in your
dial up.
corner.
Yeah, I don't know the struggle.
Right.
waiting for 2 minutes to log on.
If you
All right,
never
thanks.
sat through a 5-minute 56K dial-up modem, then you've got nothing to complain about.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yep.
A lot of people are leaving the group now. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in for another fun round of the All Valley Trivia Championship. Thanks to Marvin for stepping in as the chat moderator there with
thank you, Marvin.
Carrie being out
And
this
Amy.
weekend. And Amy, as always, the ever so
always.
lovely Amy. And again, shout out to Matt. Thank you for coming in for this week. So, Brihana, anything you want to tease for us coming out? Do we have anything that we're still in production to put out there?
Now that I have Premiere back with any luck, yes. 5-1, the All 6 list, cross your fingers, will premiere Wednesday.
There we go. So keep an eye out for that. Follow us on social media. If you're on Twitter, if that's your thing, Cobra Kai Pod on Twitter, Instagram, Cobra Kai Podcast. Brihana, what about you? If they want to follow you for your amazing posters that people love to steal and use on crappy YouTube videos.
I am Brihana25 everywhere. If it exists, I'm on it, and my name is Brihana25, and I'm the only one. So
if you saved a cool poster to your photos, Brihana25 is probably on there too.
possibly.
Either way. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Alrighty, bye guys.